Hello, YouTube people. What's going on? I'm out here on the bench. I did my exercise already. I'm doing fantastic. Just looking at all the people go by. I'm about done with all the projects that I've had, and I'm getting ready to go on another little vacation probably. Everything's super good, and I hope everybody else is doing good out there too. I wanted to talk about the Jezebel Spirit. Jezebel is a really terrible spirit, and it's in many younger people, especially like 30s on down. I've noticed it in many people, but it's a really terrible spirit. And if you have this kind of spirit, you feel kind of like the world owes you a living, and it really doesn't. The world doesn't owe anybody a living. But it is what you make of it, so, take it for what it is. But there's a lot of people out here with these attitudes like, oh, the world owes me a living, and I'm just going to walk all over anybody that I possibly can. I don't care who it is. I'm never going to apologize, even though it clearly is my fault. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to go here and do this and do that. I'm going to cheat behind my boyfriend's back, my husband's back. I got 4 and 5 and 6 boyfriends or girlfriends, and I don't care. I'm just going to lie to each and every one of them and tell them all that they're the only one for me, and they're the only one in my life, and blase, blase, blah. And they're just really a terrible spirit. But I can do away with that spirit. I can do away with that spirit. And that spirit has left the building quite a few times in my presence. So beware. If you're watching these videos and you happen to have the Jezebel Spirit, you might want to be careful, because I'm coming after you. I will get rid of you. There's nothing you can do about it. I've seen opportunities. I've had a couple of them to see shape-shifting. The most recent one was about 3 years ago. And it was something that I wasn't expecting, but I saw it, and after I saw it, it was not needed for any more of an explanation than just what it was that I saw. I knew what was going on. Usually when there's shape-shifting going on, there's lots of demon entities involved, and it's up to you whether to deal with that or not. A lot of times I do not choose to deal with that. It isn't that I don't love the person, but they don't have to do a whole lot to create a situation where it's just going to come back, after it's all been taken care of. And that's a lot of energy that you have to put out there in order to get rid of these things. And if the person is just a dirty person, they're just going to welcome all of that back. And it'll be just like you didn't do anything at all. And it'll feel that way. And then you just say, well, what's the point, you know? Because there's really no point in it from then on, you know? Hey, you know, it was out for a while. That person had changed for a moment in time and this and that and everything else. But there it is again. Yeah, I've seen that plenty of times also. I actually wanted to talk to you all about this case that I know of. It's about this woman I know. She told me little bits and pieces of her life, but she didn't tell me exactly everything. But through discernment and lots of other things that happened, I actually could see what it was that this person had gone through. When she was young, I'm gonna say 7 to 12 years old, she was raped by her uncle. Her uncle was living with the family, and somehow or some way there was an opportunity that her and the uncle was alone, and this uncle took advantage and raped her. He did it repeatedly, and finally she told her family about it, and nobody in the family believed her when she told them. I don't know what the cause of that was. I know the mother was, you know, more or less, she was the leader of the family back then and even now. And, you know, they just didn't believe what she said. But I'm going to tell you, I believe you. I believe what you said. I always stood in your corner as your best friend, your lover, whatever. I was always there for you. I didn't push you away. You pushed me away. So that's all I got to say about that. But in any case, then when she got older, another guy actually took advantage of her, raped her at a party. And I guess she felt some kind of way that that's how guys are supposed to be or whatever. I don't know. Just this particular guys that she got involved with. Not all guys are that way, and not all guys deserve a lesson like that, but I guess she feels like all guys do or something, because she's a non-committal person. She doesn't like to commit. She'll say 100 million times, oh yeah, I want to settle down, I want to get married, blah, 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 but she'll never do it. She'll never do it. But yeah, she's gone through her life like paying back for all that's happened to her, to all these guys. The problem with that is not all the guys deserved to get paid back for it. Maybe most of them did, but not all of them did. And one of them, me, really loved you as a person. I loved you unconditionally, and I was like the best friend of the best of the best of the best friends. I always had an ear to listen to what you were telling me. I always tried to come up with conclusions of what you could do to solve this and that problem. And yet and still, you treated me dirtier than anybody else. You treated me like a dirty mop. Like I was worthless. And I didn't understand that. I still don't understand that. Above everybody that I said the other day in my video that owes me an apology, you owe me the biggest apology of everybody. You do. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna harp on it. It doesn't really even matter to me. Like I said, I'm not gonna expect anything from you because you're just not that type of person. And you're not really even worth, for what it's worth, you're not worth me sitting on my hands and waiting for you to come back to give me an apology. I'm not going to do that. But out of everybody, you owe me the biggest apology. And you know who you are. Maybe one day you'll listen to this. I don't know. And I don't care, really. I'm just ranting and raving. It's a great day. Clouds are in the sky. Lots of white clouds. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's about 6:05 p.m. And, I just recently woke up. I got my little things that I'm busy with, especially in the nighttime. And I try to stay as busy as I possibly can. Keep it moving. But I just wanted to get on and make that video. I don't know. I really don't. It's good that I've moved on, from certain people, and that particular person told me to move on, gave me my freedom and everything else. So I'm a free person as far as that person's concerned, but out of everybody, that person owes me the biggest apology ever. And somehow feels like she don't. But that's how people are in these days. They're so arrogant and so, I don't know what you want to call them. But in any case, I hope that everybody's having a good day. If you're around the world, hopefully you're waking up to the morning coffee and Danny the Demon Slayer. Now I'm the Demon Slayer. I'm not the Dragon Slayer anymore. But in any case, I want you to know that I love you. I love you. I love you so very much. I love yourself. Love God. And by all means, love each other, people. Until the next time, love, peace, and soul.